For families right now, I've heard you in the past talk about creating a family culture.
Yeah.
Doing that intentionally around values. So can you tell us a little bit more about what that means and how it could help families as a whole right now?
Yes. Oh, I love this topic. Family culture, and I don't know if it's my Outward Bound background with it's so heavily rooted in the culture and the history of Outward Bound and how we share that with our students. But creating family culture, when we create family culture, we are providing a compass for our family, especially in times of crisis and disturbance. And so when we create it, we are looking at who are we as a family? What are our values? What are the rituals that we have? What are the rituals around connection? And all of those not only create this compass, this North Star for us, especially in these difficult times, they give our kids a sense of identity and a sense of belonging. And one of the greatest things we can give our kids is that sense of belonging. It is a human need. If they're not getting that met at home, they will look for it outside the home and often not necessarily in a positive way. A sense of belonging can be met in positive terms and negative terms. So that's just kind of the umbrella of the power of creating family culture. When we create these rituals for our kids, we're symbolizing the identity of the family. So when they're outside our home, whether young or older, they have that as their guiding force. And when we have rituals around connection, it allows us to repair. There's no such thing as a perfect family. And there's going to be, especially under these stressful times, we might yell. Our kids might not handle online schooling that well, right? There might be these conflicts. But if we've created this family culture and ritual around connection, then it's easier to do that repair. And what we know in research is if we yell at our kids and we repair, we dissolve the effect of the yelling on our kids. And so that repair is so important. And we can create rituals around that and check-ins, right? Family meetings on Sundays, and we do the appreciation. There's different ways that we can create that. For me, family is the long game. And it's not so that I'm putting stress on myself, right? I say I'm parenting a 10-year-old and raising a really amazing adult. And that I want to be my legacy and gift to this world are these amazing adults that will go out in the world with empathy and with strong values and integrity and optimism and hope. And that starts with family. Their first exposure to a community and the culture of a community is their family, whether that's intentional or not intentional. But that will be their baseline. And then when they go out, right? So family it's a long game. Raising our kids is a long game.
This is the foundation right now.
This is the foundation.
For the expectations of how relationships will happen in the future, or how to interact with community as an adult. And so the importance of creating family culture for you comes back to, on the one hand, a compass for hard times, a North Star, whole family to track towards and realign towards. But also it's about being intentional around how to help a child or help your children to have a very strong foundation for going out in the world with the values that you hope for them to carry with them.
Yeah, and when we create family culture, we're creating a connected family, and we need that more than ever right now, are these connected families. And I find what I love about creating family culture too is it's a collaborative process. And when it's I would imagine you could do it in a way where it's top down. So I guess I should say this: when you create family culture, it needs to be collaborative. It is
Not
not,
authoritarian.
yeah, it's not top down. I mean, we've all worked in those environments where they're like, this is the culture, and here's the memo. And you're like, screw that. Right? We need to collaborate it. And, there's some saying, I don't know who said it, but I just love it. And that is, nobody heckles the play from the stage.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So if we involve our kids and hear, right? Like we want to hear the Hockman Gillette family. What does that mean to you? When we're out in the world, what do we want people to see in us and to hear what their ideas are? It's crucial. And then because of the collaborative process, you've got the buy-in. So this is a lateral. It's never a top-down process. And these are also moments where you're building that positive relationship. You're sitting around the table and talking about who are we as a family. And creating family culture can be a lot of things. It can be that very intentional, like we're sitting down and we're discussing, we're coming up with our family mission statement or our family motto, whatever it might be. And then it can be rituals that just kind of naturally appear and then become very special. So for example, years ago, I had terrible adrenal and thyroid issues. And by the time Friday came, I was done, right? Between parenting and work, yeah, I had nothing left. So we started carry out food, and we got to watch in front of the TV, which is a really big deal in our house. And now we look forward to it. Oh, it's almost Friday. We get to carry out food. And, the girls are like plotting all week. What movie are we going to watch for Friday night movie night, family movie night? And so we've kind of codified a ritual that just appeared out of survival, right? Like Friday came and I'm like, my adrenals are done. My thyroid is not helping. I'm done.
Break.
Not only are we carrying out food, I'm doing it in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Right. And so then that's just kind of a ritual that emerges. And then, so you'll see like some rituals will emerge and latch onto it, right? Codify that. Because these rituals are very grounding for our kids.
I have to imagine that the continuity of your Friday night carry out movie night during the pandemic has to have been very grounding.
Yes.
That is the best word I can think of for your girls.
It's a certain thing and an uncertain time.
Yeah.
And when we're in an uncertain time, even if we're able to protect our kids from it, we're still feeling it, and that energy can still seep out. Those are anchor points for us.
Mm-hmm.